This is the highly anticipated men's 73 kilo category. It's an Olympic category. It is the last chance qualifier for the Paris Olympics, and about half of the athletes in this session are currently not in Olympic spots, and the other half are. Everybody is under some level of pressure, whether it's from athletes outside of the top 10 or whether it's from athletes domestically who are competing within this same session. So first off, we have Ritva Suharez from Latvia. He's the world number 5, a very experienced athlete. Next up from Indonesia, Rizki Juniansyah. Now he's totaled more than all but one athlete in this lineup, but the athlete he's not totaled more than is a world record holder, so he's not currently in an Olympic spot. From Mirko Zanni, world number 11, the Italian, he needs to get into the top 10 today. And then moving up from the 67s to the 73s, we have the very strong Lee Sang-yeon from South Korea looking to overtake his teammate, who's coming up soon. But before we do, it's probably the most famous weightlifter in this category ever, the Olympic champion, still the world record holder in the total, Shi Zhiyong from China. Known as one of the fastest men in the world, Luis Mosquera from Colombia. He sits at number 8 right now in the rankings. And the number 1 ranked Korean athlete, Bak Joo-yo, he sits at number 6. So he's just got to fend off Lee Sang-yeon in this session. Next up, Yusuf Genç from Turkey. He's the Turkish number 2. He's looking to overtake the next man to step out, Mohammed Ozbek, who is sat at number 9 in the world. So he's also in that Olympic spot. So the 2 Turkish athletes will battle things out here. Expect a big round of applause here. It's the hometown hero. It's Wirafon Wachuma from Thailand. He is the world number 2. He's very safe. He's just here to put on a show for the crowd. Next up, it's the world number 1, Rahmat Erwin, the man who has single-handedly advanced the clean and jerk world record by 6 kilos. From Turkmenistan, Bektimur Rayimov, he's number 21 in the world, so he's got a lot to do if he wants to crack that top 10 today. From Venezuela, Julio Mayora, huge support from the Venezuelans in the crowd. He's 12th in the world, so again, he's going to have to add a couple of kilos to his best total. And finally, Masanori Miyamoto from Japan, the world number 4. Max, probably the only athlete in this session is Masanori Miyamoto, who's not under threat from anyone. Yeah. There's no other Japanese athletes here, and he's pretty safe at number 4.
This is one of the most stacked sessions, easily the most anticipated, I think, of this whole competition.
But as a 67, his best ever snatch is 142.
That's just an astronomically large number for him in the snatch for the opening.
And that was back in 2017.
I mean, that's an 8 kilogram, the 6 kilogram personal record, but from 7 years ago.
That is unbelievable.
I have to wonder if that's...
well, he knows what he has to beat. He has to beat Bak Joo-yo.
That's true.
And Bak Joo-yo's best total is 340.
Is it a Hail Mary, or is he capable? We'll find out.
Yusuf Genç, opening attempt, 146 kilos, looking to beat his teammate today. It's a great opener.
Pretty good, yeah. It did look a little bit heavy. You could see he kind of got pulled forward there under the bar. We'll see what shape he's in.
But I bet the release of nerves just then. Yeah. You know, you smash that opening attempt. It's only 2 kilos shy of his best ever snatch.
Yeah, you can tell. That was heavy.
But these athletes have work to do. You know, if he doesn't beat Ozbek's best total, he's not going to the Olympics.
No, it's a do or die for so many athletes here. This is the end of the road, the end of the quad. Bak Joo-yo now.
Yeah, Bak Joo-yo, who is, I mean, he's 6th in the world, so nobody outside the top 10 is threatening him. It's just whether Lee Sang can somehow add, I mean, what, almost 20 kilos to his total at 67 to try and dislodge him.
Yeah. So he's in the driver's seat. All he has to do is stay ahead of his teammate to remain in the Olympic running.
Best snatch is 151.
Oh, he's left it out front.
Yeah.
Uncharacteristic. He missed that pretty far forward. That 148 opener then from Lee Sang. Maybe that's smart. Maybe he's gonna, he have to make it still, but he's given himself a little bit of a buffer there.
Yeah, well, when he spoke with Bach, he told us that the most he'd made this year was 150 kilos.
Wow, it's such a heavy opener.
Yeah, Lee Sang, on the other hand, told us he's made 152. He also said he's made 194 kilos in a clean and jerk versus Bach Jiu's 195. So you put those numbers together, he's up a kilo.
It's literally a neck and neck scenario.
If they both hit their best lifts today, Lee Sang will do it. But we're gonna have to wait and see. Okay, here's the junior world record holder in clean and jerk and total, Wirafon Wichuma, clean and jerk specialist, opening up today. Five seconds.
Oh, very solid.
Yeah.
Makes easy work of that opening snatch.
Well, I had some nerves about him today because I actually saw him in the training hall a few days ago miss 140 twice, which just stunned me. I thought there's no way you're going to be at a competition in your hometown and not be in great shape. But that opener looked pretty good. Okay, don't blink because Julio Mayora is very fast under the bar. The Venezuelan is ranked at number 12 in the world.
Yeah, he's going to have to do a lot of work to build this total.
If he can improve his 333 just to 336 kilos, that's probably going to do it.
Oh, very solid.
Oh, yeah.
That's as smooth and as fast as they come.
Yeah. Well, it's not quite as fast as they come because we still have Luis Mosquera to lift.
True, that's true.
You know, he is the fastest.
147 kilograms on the barbell.
And Mosquera has put in 150 kilos for his opening attempt. He's looked good in the training hall. 155 is his best.
So Bach is going to repeat that 147. I think that's a smart move.
Yeah.
We have no idea what Lee Sang can snatch with 148 as an opener. That might just be one of those absolute prayers to make. Maybe not, though. We'll find out.
Yeah, I mean 152 in training, so. Okay, Bach just missed this on his opening attempt.
He left it out in front pretty bad.
I think that's the one. There might have been a bit of bobble.
That right arm, I would expect. No,
I think his shoulder, yeah, I think his shoulders
very nice.
Dropped and elevated. I don't think the elbows moved. Phew. Okay, so straight away his teammate's going to come straight out now, Lee Sang-yeon.
This is the big question mark.
I have to say is looking very muscular since moving up a category.
Yeah, strength and muscle are no stranger to him.
You know what? I think his right arm did move.
Yeah.
But the judging is just so hit and miss.
They're discussing a little bit. We see the jury, but they're not going to do anything. I think they're just maybe calibrating.
Yeah. Okay, so here he comes, Lee Sang-yeon, one of the most popular athletes in the world. Once posted a video on social media that received over 1 million likes, which is just unbelievable. I think that's about as viral as any weightlifter's ever gone. And today he makes his debut in this 73 kilo category.
Yeah. He has a tendency to do that. He gets behind the bar, leaves it just a little forward, and then even has soft elbows. But he had strength. That bar moved well.
Right. So, I mean, if he... What does he need? So he needs 341 kilos. If he makes the 148, he would need a 193 kilo clean and jerk,
Yeah.
which isn't beyond impossible.
I could see that being the strategy, really. Just giving himself 3 shots at the snatch.
Okay, the Turkish world number 9.
This is a huge opener for him as well.
I think this might be the most we've ever seen him open with.
Yeah. His best snatch is just around 150, I think.
Yeah, 150.
148, 2 kilos off his best.
3 kilos over anything he's ever opened with.
Takes his time on that setup. Oh,
oh,
he's
wow.
got it. Wow.
The speed.
He is in rare form here. You know, that 148
so
really sends a message to Gench, too, because if he's got 148 on the board now, I don't know if Gench can even come close. He won't be able to catch him in the clean and jerk.
Yeah, probably not.
But here he is right now. No, Gench is going up as well.
I mean, he has to.
Yeah, he's got to make up as much ground as he can in the snatch because that man right there, Mohammed Ozbek, is such a strong clean and jerker, 190 at least.
I think it's possible we're going to come back around to Lee Sang-yong as athletes bump up to the 150 plus range now.
Still on the barbell. Lee Sang, Republic of Korea, second attempt.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, he mentioned that training has been pretty tough recently because he's been moving up a category. It's going well, but he's having to lift heavier and heavier weights that he's just never touched before.
Well, that is the punishment for getting stronger.
Yeah.
All right.
Worth mentioning in the back room that Rahmat and Rizki are next to each other. Shi Zhiyong still on the barbell. Rahmat and Rizki are on around 70 kilos each. So not planning on coming out soon.
All right. Right
That's
to
the
it.
one.
Oh, easy lift.
He knew what he was going to do. He went straight up to the bar, smashed it.
This could get very interesting. Lee Sang now 148 on the board.
So he needs 193 if he doesn't improve his snatch anymore.
Even just a couple of kilos more than that. 150 would be a great position for him.
That might have looked more convincing than Park Gyu-yeo's snatch.
Oh, very much. So Gench now going 149. This is 2 kilos up on what he opened at. No, 3.
Yeah.
This is a huge snatch for Gench.
Yeah.
It's just too heavy at this point.
I'm concerned that that's going to now set the tone for the rest of this session for him.
I would agree. I don't know how much, you know, we saw that in Bulgaria at the Europeans. He just was getting into his own head. The weights have just gotten so out of touch for him. They're too big.
I think especially when you know that that's a weight that you have to make to go to the Olympics, and you don't believe you can make it, turning that back around mentally might be a bit too much.
It even looks like a relatively heavy snatch pull as well.
And look at this, his teammate just stole his clock.
Yeah, Ozbek is waging war on him.
He's
just
saying, bumped up.
This is my spot. You're not getting it this time.
So Gench has only got a minute now instead of 2.
I would imagine.
Civil war.
Yeah. Does he bump? Does Gench? I mean, I don't think he even has one more in him at this point.
Some changes there from Team Indonesia.
Here he comes. It is so hard to come back from that. Mentally, when you don't want to go under the bar, it is so challenging for an athlete to turn that part of their consciousness off and just absolutely throw themselves under the weight.
He does not look, well, we'll see.
He's a competitor. He's going to try, but we'll see what happens. Once that bar comes off the ground, we'll know.
I'd be shocked if he went under this.
Taking time. He's going to pace back and forth.
How did he get 2 minutes back on the clock?
I wonder if Ozbek had moved up before his name was called. They may have put the change in before his name was called. The clock started.
It's so bizarre.
149 for Gench. Just pulled it last time.
He could do this.
He made a slightly better effort, but more so just for the going through the motions, really.
Yeah.
So Gench is now in an extremely tough spot. I don't know if he'd be able to even come close to Ozbek now. So Mirko Zani now 150, big opener for him. He's looking for at least a 336 total to basically lock himself in, unless he has to fight anyone else who bumps into that 335, 336 range.
I mean, even if he doesn't, he might be safe. If China doesn't send Shi Zhiyong, his 11th place spot will bump up into 10th.
You know, that looked pretty heavy.
Start.
It's so challenging to be in a position where you have to open with such big weights. You have no momentum, no success on the platform. Your first lift is near maximum. You don't have any of that feel, that confidence to go out there and put that on the bar and take a shot at it. You can see there's just a little bit of lack of that spark, that aggressiveness on turning it over.
So, quick update in the back room. Rizki and Shi Zhiyong are at 90 kilos. Rahmat's at 70. Here's Luis Mosquera, dubbed by many as the fastest man in weightlifting. He just got himself into the top 10 with his performance at the Pan Am Champs 2 months ago.
Wow. He lost the top of that pull, too.
Yeah.
150 again on the bar, please. First attempt for Turkmenistan.
Best snatch, 155. Okay. Bektimo Remov, are we seeing somebody who really is just making a bit of a Hail Mary to try and move from 21st in the world into the top 10? Or, you know, does he know something we don't know about how his training is going recently?
I think we're going to have to find that out here in the snatch. This is a big lift.
I mean, it tends to be that the athletes from Turkmenistan are much more snatch specialists than they are clean and jerk specialists. I mean, his best ever snatch is 147. This is 150 on his first attempt. Wow.
He stabilizes it. He fell forward on his toes, but
it's unbelievable.
He made that very
Could he be the dark horse that
good.
Upsets the Venezuelans and the Italians?
I don't know. That's a good snatch, but it wasn't that convincing. I mean, he landed on his toes, barely survived that.
Big personal
lift.
best, though.
Yeah.
You know, he's making lifts that the world number 11 just missed.
That's true. You know, it's one of those things where it doesn't matter what the number is on your opener. That doesn't indicate exactly what your third's going to be, but he has attempts.
Miyamoto now from Japan. He's very locked in the rankings. He's definitely going to the Olympic Games, 4th in the world. Best snatch is 153, so I mean, even he's going big.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Solid lift.
Yeah, and one of the most hyperextended elbows you ever see in weightlifting, particularly on his left arm.
Yeah, phenomenal lockout.
Now, representing Thailand, Witternbom Vichama,
Do you think we'll see Weirafon come out? It's just a 3 kilo jump. Seems like if he wants to actually fight for a medal in the total, he's going to have to be.
Yeah, I would think a little bit bigger jump than that.
Yeah, he's going to need more. But he's coming out.
No, he is.
Well, you know, he's told us so many times that he wants to clean and jerk 200 kilos. That's his big thing. So maybe he's just setting himself up for it.
Oh, such a close attempt.
Well, you know, he catches it, you know, almost like artificially hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could go lower, but he almost tries to put the brakes on before he fully squats down.
Yeah, you know, if he drops straight down a little bit, that bar might come down and actually settle, might lose some of that horizontal speed.
Absolutely. I mean, he looks strong, and he is a clean and jerker.
Yeah.
Oh, Ozbek.
Mayora's gone up as well.
I think Ozbek might go up as well to 51. No, he's coming out.
He's coming out. This is smart. He's not going to lose to Gench, so at this point, he's going to just build this total.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fired up for this.
This ties his best snatch.
He hit this, I think, 4 or 5 days ago in the training hall.
Oh, such good speed under the bar.
Oh, my word. You know, I could see him take 152 for a third attempt and maybe make it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a little more in there, I think, for sure.
Second attempt, representing Italy.
Now, don't forget, we still, of course, we haven't seen the 2 Indonesians or the Chinese athlete Shi Zhiyong open, but we've also not seen Rizki Juniansyah come out yet.
Yeah.
The Latvian, probably more experienced than anyone.
Yeah, he was a very solid contender. You know, first-time European champion last year in Yerevan.
Yeah. I mean, Rivas has been lifting since 2012 at an international level.
He's just a staple. He's always there, and he lifts well.
And he lifted amazingly at the Grand Prix in Doha in December. 156, 185.
So Mosquera cut the last one. That 150 was just a little bit early, a little forward. He's incredibly fast under the bar, but he has to finish the pull properly. There it is.
There we go.
So energetic, such an explosive athlete.
I think he might be the first male we've seen from Colombia at this competition.
Representing the Republic of Korea,
Of course, we saw Yanni Alvarez yesterday in the women's 59s. Bargio's third attempt.
150.
150. Lee Sang-yong's put in for 151.
I think Bach is playing a smart game here. If he goes 150, he potentially puts pressure on Lee Sang to have to take that 51.
Yeah.
Well, to have to make it. They're so close in total. Every one of these kilos is going to count a lot for them. Oh, wow. Beautiful lift.
Pulls it out the bag when it counts.
Yeah, that puts a lot of pressure on Lee Sang.
Yeah. That was only a kilo under his all-time best. And a kilo, no, that equaled what he'd hit this year in training. So that matches his best for 2024.
And a change, Sorayev's the athlete, Latvia.
We're fond bumping up a kilo. It's going to bring out Rivas. Updates from the back room. Rizki Juniansyah is up at 130 kilos. Shi Zhiyong 110. Rahmat, I believe, just made 100. He's probably going up to 120 now. That's his usual jump.
13 plus attempts over 150 in this session. Is just absolutely stacked.
I mean, how many attempts at 160 plus are we going to see?
Could be quite a few. Just a textbook lift.
Wow. You know, Ripfast is in shape.
Yeah. You know, I saw him maybe 2 days ago. I walked into the restroom where they have the sauna. It was him, Andruskovic, and maybe one of his friends, one of the other Latvians. And we looked at each other, locked eyes, made eye contact, and he just said, hey, and he was covered in sweat, just drenched, just hi.
But he's loving that sauna because I also saw him and he was complaining about the sauna being in the toilets.
He looked miserable.
Yeah.
He looked incredibly miserable.
Oh, yeah,
but
he's probably lost a lot of weight. Wait, he used to be an 81.
To be in this shape,
you
know, saunaing for days beforehand.
Well, he went up to 85s at one point.
He's just done everything. And he's such a technician. All right.
4 kilo jump from Mayora. Oh, just buckled.
That is not a good spot to be.
Well, don't forget, he's 12th in the world.
Yeah.
So even if Shi Zhiyong does not get the invite to the Olympics, he only moves to 11th. He needs to go up one spot.
Yeah. Well, another athlete here as well, Mirko Zani, 151. He's going to need to get into that. He's going to want to. We don't know what's going to happen with Shi, and you don't want to be, as an athlete or as a coach, sitting in a position where you're waiting for another country to decide the fate of your athlete. It's very possible Shi does not go, but on the off chance he does, and you didn't take the weights you needed, didn't make the total you needed, you would probably feel pretty upset with that.
Shi Zhiyong still at 110 kilos in the back room.
Republic of Korea, third attempt.
I mean, Shi is put in for 163 for his opening attempt. I have to imagine he is, so he's never he hasn't competed directly ever against Rahmat, because at the Olympic Games, Rahmat went into the B group and medaled from the B group, as he likes to do. So this is their first time battling out. There's a chance that they're playing some mind games back there. The heaviest she's ever opened with is 160. The last time Shi Zhiyong, well, no, Shi Zhiyong has never missed an opening attempt. That's unbelievable. And he's almost never missed a third attempt.
151 for Lee. This is a huge lift. He looks to just rush those lifts right off the floor. So he's going to have a lot of ground to make up in the clean and jerk if he wants to get ahead of Bach.
193.
That's a big lift.
He's going to need 193.
That's so huge.
I mean, his best is 182.
151 now for Watuma. He swung the last one behind him. Plenty of power. The bar moved fast. It was high. Just a little bit too much of a loop on it.
Yeah.
If you can keep that a little bit closer at the top half, drop it right on top of himself, he'd be perfect. He's going to wait for the buzzer. They look to be almost identical to the second attempt.
Yeah, he actually looped it even more than he did the second time. I mean, let's think. Let's say he does hit the 200. Maybe it's possible he could. No, he can't medal now in the total. It's just
I'd be surprised.
Be too far behind.
It really depends what Shi does too.
Yeah. Shi Zhiyong still at 110 in the back room. Rahmat's at 120. So Rahmat's asking for 155 opener, as is Rizki Juniansyah. Shi Zhiyong still set at 163. Here's Julio Mayora now, 151. He just missed this.
Yeah.
A lot of support from the Venezuelan team.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yes.
Unbelievable. He's in with a chance, Max. He's in with a chance.
151 makes that a lot easier on him in the clean and jerk. Not easy, but
he needs what, 185?
Yeah. He's definitely capable. He's done bigger lifts.
Wow. 185. That feels like a maybe manageable number for him.
I think it's possible.
I mean, most recently at the Asian Championships, he hit. Well, no, he didn't. He missed 184 3 times. But he made 188 at the Grand Prix in December. So he can do that.
Yeah. Ozbek 152. This is a personal record by 2 kilos.
Yeah. He might be looking to move up the rankings today. Just increase his position.
Yeah, that wouldn't hurt. Doesn't really do much for him, but he's going to take his time. He's going to settle, go through the routine.
Always runs the clock down. 10 seconds.
Oh, brilliant.
That's the best of all three.
The speed under the bar, the position, the lockout.
My word.
It's just flawless.
The first athlete to go 3 for 3.
Ozbek is executing today.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what he clean and jerks.
Wow, he's in shape. And he's been in shape. Mikkozani with the most Italian move we've seen so far at this competition. A miss with a 3 kilo jump.
Yeah, near 100% levels.
Yeah. Team Italy have a lot of athletes just outside the top 10. Giulia Imperio was unable to do it. Lucrezia Magistris was unable to do it. Can Mikkozani get into that top 10 today?
Oh, wow. Dear. That is not the kind of position you want to be in. The pressure. Same thing we saw from Gench. Gench was not able to recover from that kind of a move either. It's so challenging when your brain does not want you to go under the bar.
No. I mean, anyone who's lifted weights knows what that feels like, and trying to convince yourself out of that is one of the hardest things you can do in the sport.
153 now.
Wow, Rahimov has been sat there for a long time. He opened up at 150, and it's been, you know, a good 10 attempts since his opening lift.
He made the 150. He was on his toes pretty far. It looked to be very heavy. Let's see if that was just a fluke.
This will be a 6 kilo personal best.
It's a huge attempt.
Oh.
Not a bad try.
No, yeah, I thought he might have that.
I think there, you know, that long rest may have affected him.
Yeah.
There may be enough in, he may have the strength to make that. You know, if he does that, possibly in the clean and jerk, could he get himself from, where is he, 21st to a 10th spot? 336?
Now the back room has become a very hostile environment. Lots of yelling. Shi Zhiyong with his classic growling that he does when he warms up. Lots of growling, lots of yelling. Rizki's up at 140 now, Rahmat at 130. The top 3 athletes will be coming out probably in the next, I mean, maybe not even for 4 or 5 attempts now. We'll see what people go for in their thirds.
Mikkozani potentially needs this to get into the top 10.
Yeah.
He may be there if she does not go. But
yeah.
Not
he's
even
bombed out.
Yeah.
Mikkozani is bombed out. So he's in that situation now where
he's waiting.
Things have to go his way.
It's not up to him anymore. It's not up to him whether he goes to the Olympics.
Not only does he need China to not send Shi Zhiyong, but he needs Hula Miura to not surpass him. Because now Hula Miura no longer needs to get the 336. He potentially just needs to get the 335 to get into 11th.
Exactly.
Actually, you know what? That's not true, because 335 is 10th and 11th. They're at the same total. He still needs 336.
We shouldn't count this man out either.
No, no.
Rahimov now has snatched 3 kilos up on his best.
But his clean and jerk is just
not that strong. He's done 78, but what does he do here with 153?
Oh, my word. That
He's
is
holding it. What a beautiful,
beautiful.
position at the bottom.
Yeah.
Dare I say, the presence of mind to
Yes.
stay there.
I've been waiting all competition, Max.
And
You
he
may.
didn't move. I don't think we've seen anyone sit at the bottom of a snatch that looked to be that perfect for that long.
That's the best use of somebody's strength in a snatch I've seen all week.
Phenomenal.
He didn't have another. His body could not lift another kilo.
No, that was
with any tweak to technique. That was
perfection.
perfect.
Well, speaking of perfection, here's Rick Vars, a true technician, an absolute veteran of the sport.
Yeah, a real veteran. I mean, I've said this before, but I remember watching him when I was first getting into the sport, back in 2013, you know, watching him competing. It's such an incredible athlete.
Yeah, he just has such a workmanlike approach. He just shows up, does great lifting when he can. Beautiful again.
He's in great shape.
Very good shape.
And that's only 2 kilos under his best at this body weight.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, seeing what he goes through, what he's gone through, up and down in weight classes, all of these things, to be that good of a technician on this day. When I saw him earlier this week, I thought that's going to be a hard meet for him.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah, he's an up and downer.
Yeah.
You know, he really is.
Unfazed.
Mosquera, 4 kilo jump. Up from 150. He missed it on his opening attempt, made it on his second.
Yeah, tremendous speed.
He didn't even go for that one. Yeah. That looked like Yusuf Genji's third attempt.
There's a lot of that happening.
He gave a little bit, but I mean, these athletes are pushing themselves beyond what they've ever done because they have to do more than they've ever been able to get into that top 10.
Maybe not nearly as highly motivated either.
Max, we've got the yellows on.
Oh, wow, 155 now. Rizki
Juniansyah. Now, a quick reminder to everybody about this guy. He totaled, what did he total, Max? He totaled 354 kilos at the Asian Championships. Only 2 men ever in the history of this category have totaled more than that. But because one of those people also comes from Indonesia, this guy is, probably not going to be able to go to the Olympics unless he beats the world #1 today.
I mean, one of the most talented athletes, maybe just born in the wrong country or born at the wrong time.
Yeah.
We'll see, though, 155 here.
He had appendix surgery back in the end of August. Didn't start training again until January.
Yeah, that's one of the most extraordinary things I've heard.
There we go.
Beautiful lift. He makes that with room to spare.
There was a moment when he caught that, and I just saw the shoulders start to move forward, and I thought, don't go missing that.
A little shaky, but he's got it. Oh, wow, the jury stopped.
No. They did this in Colombia.
Oh, this is
they
brutal.
took away his top lift. Oh, it's his right elbow.
We saw earlier, though.
Oh, just give it to him. We saw way worse than this, and the jury and the judges let it go. And now
this would kill.
Now we're at someone who actually can go to the Olympics, and suddenly they enforce the rules for a change. It's just ridiculous. The inconsistency from these judges.
Yeah, maybe they're looking at that frame. Oh.
We saw a push press in the last session, and it got white lights. It's a good lift.
Good. Wow.
Oh, phew. Okay, I take it all back. They're doing great. It's a tough job.
Way to go.
Wonderful stuff. Well done.
All right. Well, that's great. That really keeps the momentum going here. We want good lifts. We want made lifts here.
Now, do you think Rahmat's going to come out here?
Yeah, there he is.
I mean, let's not forget how unbelievably heavy this opener is.
Yeah, this is so big. 155.
Although don't forget, Rahmat the other day snatched 160 kilos in the training hall, and then he went to go and grab it to double it, and his dad had to physically push him off the platform and say, no, son, don't do that now.
Wow.
He's the world #1, and he's opening up now with 155 kilos. There we go.
There it is. Easy.
Just like that.
So strong. Easy lift.
And just like that, he makes the lift. He's the smoothest lifter. I mean, he's the smoothest lifter in the world right now, that's for sure. Okay, Masanori Miyamoto now, 155. Wow, 5 kilo jump.
And that was a long wait. He's been sitting in the back for a long time.
I mean, that could have been 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's done back there.
If he did anything at all.
So Shi Zhiyong powered 140 in the back room, jumped to 147. He also powered that, so maybe Shi Zhiyong is in better shape than we realize.
We can hope. 155, Miyamoto.
Oh my word, the contortion to try and make that.
The fight he had on that was incredible, but it was just way too out of position.
Yeah, I mean, when you compare him to how Rizki and Rahmat look, physically he's just so much weaker. The speed of the pull, it just looks heavy.
Yeah.
The other two, it's just, you know, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot on the bar.
Yeah, I mean, he's launching that bar at the end of the pull as best he can.
Yeah.
It's just not moving like it does when either Rizki or Rahmat pull on it. So he's going to follow himself.
And Shi Zhiyong, you know, let's not forget, if Shi Zhiyong doesn't go to the Olympics, this will be the last time we ever see him.
That's very true.
The last time we ever see the Olympic champion, the 2-time Olympic champion, one of the greatest weightlifters of all time.
Well, I think he stole everyone's heart when he power cleaned his opening attempt to win.
Yeah. Well, he did that in Thailand.
Yeah. That 190,
I remember
right?
the auditorium, the stadium, just the gasps from the fans when he did that. It was the most impressive opening attempt in the history of the sport. Okay, looks like Japan's actually going to go up.
Oh, wow.
They're making a change there. Oh, I can't quite see what they've put on the bar.
At least 157.
Oh, my word.
Brings out
Rizki's put 164.
That's got to be a placeholder, is my guess. That's a 9 kilo jump. That's a...
Well, he made 160 in the training hall. It looked pretty good. 64, yeah, that strikes me
He
as...
would be joining the likes of maybe Gench and Zani with that kind of a jump.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. We'll find out, I guess. I'd imagine he drops back down.
I hope so. I think maybe down to 60, 61. We'll see. So I believe this is a personal best at this weight category for Ritvas.
Yeah, this is a big lift.
It's a kilo over what he made in Doha.
He's a brilliant technician. He has all of the skills, the mindset, everything. Does he have the strength today? Oh, it's there.
Oh, my word.
What a
Ritvas
lift.
Suharev, come on.
He is in rare form, like a Terminator. He has no expression. He just does what he needs to do. He makes
a dangerous
lifts.
man. Yeah. And Masanori, I have to wonder why they've made this call. The 155 wasn't, yes, he got under it, but it wasn't particularly close, going up 3 kilos.
He's not really at risk of anything either. He's in the top 10. He's going to the Olympics.
Yeah.
Maybe he's taking this as a day to really just try to push himself as hard as possible.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I suppose he maybe is hoping there's an outside chance he can get a medal in the snatch.
I mean, that's a real outside chance.
There'd have to be a lot of misses for that to work.
Yeah. You've got to hope that the 3 best snatches in the category don't snatch well.
But I guess you got to try, right? 158 Miyamoto. Unsuccessful. 3 kilos less than this on his second attempt. Now, he's done it. He's got a hold. He's got to fight, though. Wow.
I mean, that is
unexpected.
Stunning. So unexpected. I can't believe he found a way to do that.
I don't know
That
what
is
he
just
did
magical.
in the 3 minutes between those two attempts, but
Yeah.
it worked. Beautiful
Wow.
lift for him. Wow.
Second attempt.
So Shi Zhiyong took 150 kilos in the back room. I imagine he is going to, I don't know, is he really not dropping down? He's sticking with 163.
I mean, if Shi
I just can't
Zhiyong,
believe
if
it.
Shi Zhiyong is going to do 163, he might know something that he hasn't let on to anyone else.
Don't forget, the world record is 169. He owns that. I can't believe this is ridiculous. We have 7 attempts right now at 160 kilos or more. This has never happened, and also this will never happen again.
I don't think any...
Because we won't see Shi Zhiyong competing against these two together again. This is the best snatch session ever in this category.
Yeah, in this weight class, this 73-ish plus weight class, 73, 75, 77.
Yeah, over the years, we don't see this.
This is incredible, 160.
Oh, and he's had to work to save it.
Right to it, and he dropped down. He just buried that. He caught it and then
calm and focused he is.
Sank down 3 extra inches to stabilize. That was a save. That is incredible.
Shi Zhiyong's dropped down to 161.
There
That's
he
a
is.
smart move.
Yeah.
And when Rahmat snatched 160 in the training hall for two singles, it didn't look that hard.
Yeah, look at that.
I wonder what cut he's had to make.
That's the kind of correction you just can't even learn. That just happens because you're a phenomenal athlete.
Okay, here he comes. The two-time Olympic champion, the world record holder in the lift. This is 8 kilos shy of his own world record. He's going to chalk the barbell, make sure the grip is great. We've seen him and a few other Chinese athletes do this before. They bring their own chalk with them. He'll pick that up from the chalk bowl when he leaves.
Yeah.
This for the lead on his opening attempt.
What kind of shape is she in right now? 161 opener.
This is going to tell us a lot. Oh my goodness. Max, he's in shape. Is this the best Shi Zhiyong we've ever seen?
Is this?
We are going to have to wait and see.
Just the Shi that we wanted to see.
Word.
Let's go to 162 for his second attempt,
I mean,
please.
he looked like he had a couple of inches of room to spare there. He can lift a little bit more.
You know, that is the Shi that we love seeing.
He is
just so powerful, so aggressive.
Up. Wow.
You know, he's not the most beautiful technician. He is just absolutely
And to change,
an
Abdullah,
animal.
Indonesia, 162. Time begins.
Unbelievable
Rahmat
stuff.
now 162. Is Rahmat going to come out for this, though?
I mean, this would be for the lead.
Yeah,
he is coming
there
out.
he is.
But, I mean, here's the thing. If he hits this, and then he hits what he clean and jerked 2 months ago, he's the best ever.
Yeah.
So,
and he's an extraordinary clean and jerker.
Yeah. This is all-time personal best for him. He made 161 kilos when he competed as an 81. But at this body weight, at any body weight, he's never done this.
This is huge. That last one was an epic save.
And he's missed.
Yeah, that wasn't there.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean,
it leaves him open. He can clean and jerk an enormous number, but
Max,
Shi looks to be in rare form here.
Yeah. It's the clean and jerk with Shi that scares me the most.
Yeah.
We've not seen him go over 160 in the training hall in the clean and jerk.
We have
and
no
it's been
idea.
here a week.
We have no idea if it's weak or if he's been holding back.
We just don't know. If he goes for 65,
wow, Rizki is taking the 9-kilo jump. I will fully admit.
I told.
That's a massive jump, 9 kilograms.
I mean, I said that I thought he might go for the 165 kind of range.
Oh, that is huge.
And he's coming out in his second attempt.
Well,
he's in a do or die situation.
True. He has to beat Rahmat.
He has. And do you know what beating Rahmat's best means? It means being the best ever in the category.
This is huge. 9-kilo jump in the snatch.
He can make it.
He went for it.
He can make it.
It's
possible.
loopy. It's possible.
It's loopy, but he can make. He looks stronger than Rahmat did.
Yeah, he's not diving through. He's catching it and then falling forward.
Third attempt.
Shi Zhiyong's put 165 in for his second attempt.
Yeah. Wow. Nope, she is coming out now for 64.
Okay, he's dropped down.
No. Rizki.
Okay, we got the wrong name on the board. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
It's worth mentioning this is a kilo less than the most he's ever made on a second attempt. Now, was the opener a fluke? Is he really in that shape?
Yeah, we don't know. It's so hard to know. He's seemed to not be in phenomenal shape. Then he comes out and smashes 161-kilo opener. We find out here. 164 in a second.
Always want to yell. Shi Zhiyong, the best snatcher ever in this category. Second attempt now, 164.
It's forward. Not enough.
Just. That left elbow.
Well, that's a bit more telling.
Yeah.
It's not quite the invincible Shi we've seen from years past.
You know, interestingly, Max, I spoke with Shi in the training hall, did a little interview with him for some upcoming documentaries, and I asked him, I said, if you were competing at your absolute best, or let's say, I said to him, let's say Rahmat was competing in 2020, would you have lifted more in the clean and jerk? And he said, of course.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, he said, of course. He said, that's what competition is.
Well,
okay,
speaking of competition,
yeah.
this man right here,
if
he's going to try to cement himself as the greatest lifter in this category ever.
If he doesn't make this snatch, he's not going to go to the Olympics.
The Olympics
he can't do
is
it.
over for him.
If he makes it, it could be the biggest upset in the sport right now. Oh my goodness.
Lord.
He's going to make it.
He's got to hold it. He's got it. He's done it. Oh
Rizki Juniansyah might just have booked himself a ticket to Paris this summer for the Olympic Games. He takes a moment. That is simply staggering. He's got a 4-kilo lead over Rahmat Erwin Abdullah.
What an incredible performance. Rizki absolutely making a statement there that he is potentially the best ever here.
When we spoke to him, I had a long conversation with him, and I said to him, can you beat Rahmat? And he said yes. He said 165. He said he can make 205.
That is...
And he's just did 64.
I mean, this is getting incredibly interesting right now. Shi Zhiyong now 165.
Shi Zhiyong does not like to lose in the snatch.
No.
Has he ever lost in the snatch? No.
He was almost there on the second. It's a little forward. Can he turn it over and make it? I mean, he is one of those athletes that just has an ample supply of power.
The last time we saw the blues on the bar for a snatch was when he snatched 166 kilos at the Olympic Games.
165.
This is going to raise the roof if he makes it.
He crushes it.
Two-time Olympic champion, Shi Zhiyong. It's not over.
Never count him
It's
out.
not over. Shi Zhiyong is still in this.
Look at that little slow walk-off. He knows.
Oh, he knows
he's
who's
the
in
man.
charge, yeah.
We'll have a 10-minute
He's in charge right now.
What a snatch session. That may be one of the best we've ever seen.
Oh, without a doubt. That is the most competitive 73-kilo snatch session ever. Did we see a world record? No. Was it better than seeing just one person go and hit a world record? Without a shadow of a doubt. Shi Zhiyong, 165. Rizki Juniansyah, 164. And the world number one 4 kilos shy of that. Rahmat at 160 kilos.
Not how we expected the snatches to go, I'll say that.
Okay, we've got some maths to do, Max, because I'm not even sure I exactly know who needs what at this point. Rahmat's world number 1 total is 363 kilos. If Rizki hits 200, which he said he can do, he cleaned it and almost made the jerk in the training hall, he moves ahead.
Yeah.
It's going to force 205 world record from Rahmat. I'll tell you one thing. The yellows are coming out in the clean and jerk.
Absolutely. We'll
the
see
yellows are
205
coming
clean and
out.
jerk.
We're seeing it. Okay, Ritvar's just bumped up to 178, so we're currently at Rayamov, who just had the snatch session of his life. He got a 6 kilo personal best.
He moved as well.
He's gone up to 180. Oh my
That's
word.
2 kilos over his best clean and jerk.
He needs 183 if he wants to get into that top 10.
Okay, Zani is out now. He's
of course
withdrawn.
he is.
No reason to keep going. 178 now. Ritvar's.
Okay, so here he comes. Now just watch technically how he does this. There is no wasted movement. There's going to be no lateral forward, wobbling. He is from start to finish just so tight in a way that nobody else in this category really is.
Yeah,
the sharpest of clean and jerkers.
A technician.
Yeah. If you want to learn how to lift, watch this guy.
Just solid.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
there it is.
He's having a great day. 4 for 4. He's at 335. He just hit the same total as the 10th highest, as a ranked number 10 on his opener. He's 5th in the world right now. I wonder if he's going to try and make an assault on 4th or just move the total up. We'll see. It doesn't matter either way. This guy's going to be at the Olympics. One notable athlete who's not competing here today, Andrei Bozidar.
Yes.
Yeah, Bozidar, who's number 3 in the world after his massive 348 total in Bulgaria last month, decided not to lift. So he came here, he trained, he weighed in, but he is not lifting. So Mosquera snatched 150. He's 8th in the world. He's probably safe. Even if he doesn't lift well here, even if he misses all of his lifts, he's probably totally fine for his Olympic spot. But even so, he wants to compete with the best of them. Put up a total.
So power clean almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wide grip jerk, but it just lands exactly where he needs it. Very nice opener for him.
180 still on the platform. First attempt
So
representing Turkmenistan.
Rayamov now from
Yeah.
Turkmenistan, opening 2 kilos above his best clean and jerk.
Well, he opened 3 kilos above his best snatch and he made it.
He would be looking for a 336 total to
If he
put
gets,
himself into the top 10.
If he makes this, bumps up another 3 kilos.
I mean, could he move from 21st into the top 10?
That would be the most surprising
Yeah.
thing. I don't think we've seen anyone that low down get into the top 10.
Biggest underdog story, really, right now.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That was the jerk. He's got to
It's
hold
good.
on to
It's
it.
very good.
Wow.
Okay, so
he's got 3 kilos more in him for sure.
If he makes 183, Mikko Zani doesn't go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
Venezuela. First
Oh, wow. If you're Mirko Zani right now, you are not in a good spot. You are looking
just sat there in the back room watching
all of these athletes potentially passing you. That has got to be brutal. Julio Mayora being called 180 now. He's going to move up. There's a Venezuelan coach.
My only question
Colombia
is,
now also moving.
did Turkmenistan get too many bans to go to the Olympics? I think they might have done. We're going to look into that. We're going to research that one because they did get a few pops.
Right.
You get too many pops, you can't go. I mean, they might query that, but
we're still in a position where we don't even
he's
know
going to try.
What's going to happen with all of that, how it all unfolds.
We're in the same situation with Ukrainians as well. We just don't know. He's given us a thumbs up, though.
Yep. 183 now. This is going to be Julio Mayora.
Yeah. Mayora's opener. So he, what did he snatch? 151. So he needs 185. And he gets into the top 10.
Yeah. It's an odd opener to get to 185.
Yeah, 183.
I would have thought go 180 to 185, but you know, I hope he doesn't do something like 83 and then take a jump that is more than he needed.
2 kilos more than this puts him in 11th.
Right, either take that, let's see, maybe a moot point here.
Yeah.
183 for Mayora. Smooth, clean. Solid jerk. A little bit shaky, but he's got it.
Okay, so the update on Turkmenistan is that the outcome hasn't yet been decided.
Right.
It could be that just like Ukraine, they get one athlete who's allowed to go.
So.
And if they do, I mean, it would be him.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be the smartest move for him to do it. So this
they've got a great 102 snatcher, but I don't think anyone else can. I think he might be the only one if he does it. This is it. This is the lift.
Yeah, this is the lift that could potentially punch his ticket to Paris.
If he makes this and the they rule that Turkmenistan can send an athlete, then it's going to be him and it's not going to be Mirko Zani. And it might not even be David Lopez, depending on what happens with Shi Zhiyong. This for 10th in the world.
Oh, this is a pivotal lift for so many people right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
very
nicer than the first attempt. There we go.
Oh,
my word.
Just a bit rushed on that recovery.
He missed.
Wow. This is a cliffhanger here.
Oh. You struggle to get any closer to a mate.
You just can't be any closer.
It was perfect. It was the clean he could have,
powerful
he would have
clean.
dreamt of. He stood it up faster than the 180. Look at this, the timing, the rebound. Even the
like
jerk.
It was in the bag.
He even paused.
He was holding on to the ticket right there, and it slipped through his fingers. He has one more attempt, though. Can he muster up everything he needs to make this lift? There's no other attempt that matters to him right now.
No.
$183. You know, this potentially ends the journey for Mirko Zani. He's got just over 1 minute left.
He has moved up, so
he's gone up.
Yeah, because Yusuf Genç is at 184, so it does give Yusuf Genç, it gives him like an extra minute to rest maybe.
Potentially.
So Rahmat has finally, you know, he tends to lie down in the back room with some towels over him.
Yeah.
He's finally removed the towels and he's working on the bar. Rizki's up at 110 kilos. Shi Zhiyong is at 90. I mean, Lee Sang's only at 110. I mean, is Lee Sang just going to come out with the 193?
He has no other. I mean, what else would he do here?
Yeah, just come out with the 11 kilo record and try and get the spot.
Every single lifter is on some journey It's incredible. I mean, every single lift is going to be important here. Gench, too far back, I think, to do anything with Ozbek as strong as he is, but he's going to try a clean and jerk
well, we'll
here.
see. I mean, he didn't even go under this in the training hall the other day. He pulled it and just dropped the bar.
Such a big lift, big number.
He goes under it now, but he mistimes it. Wow, look at that.
Right to the jerk.
Yeah, it's what he does.
That's just not there.
Yeah.
He knows it, I think.
But almost like with Lucrezia Magistris yesterday,
he's
watching himself not go to the Olympics and still finding it in him to push.
Magistris that's an incredible display of willpower. For her to come back and make that 115 yesterday on a third, knowing it's all over, is impressive. Now Ritvar's now 184.
Well, Ritvar's is playing his own game here.
Yeah.
He's not getting sucked into the 200 guys, and he's not getting sucked into the Olympic race. He's just making lifts. He's made his first 4. This would have put him at 341 kilos. This equals his best total.
You know, he
could try and move up into 4th if he
I was going to say
adds another 4 kilos after this.
He might want to get ahead of Miyamoto. It doesn't really do anything, but...
Although Miyamoto's having his best day ever as well.
That's so true. Technically solid clean. A little bit tough on the recovery.
Oh,
Fights through on the jerk,
You can't drop your back knee any lower than that without hitting the ground. Unless he can stand up his third attempt easier, he times it better, gets a nicer bounce.
I mean,
I don't think he's got the jerk.
Have we seen a lifter perform like Ritvar's recently? I mean, making big attempts that are as heavy as they are, just one after the next, the next, 5 for 5 so far. And he's pushed himself to what looks like, near limit weights. I mean, these are incredible.
Do you know who else has done that? Ozbek.
Yes, as well.
3 for 3, personal best, and he's going to come out with something big.
We saw Ozbek in 2022 Europeans take that 190 on his final clean and jerk. I wasn't sure what I was going to see from him the rest of the quad, but he has really surprised me.
Right.
This man right here, though.
So this is it. This is it. This is to get into the top 10. This gives him. This actually gives him 9th. This bumps Ozbek into 10th.
Wow.
But then Ozbek is,
he's going to clean and jerk something big today. 184.
He was about as close as you could ever be on his second attempt.
Yeah, can he be just a little bit more perfect? This is for a spot at the Olympics.
And he's up with it. He needs to be careful with the recovery. Oh, and he can't do it.
Drives his knee down to the platform.
Even if they got the ruling, he's not going to go to the Olympic Games.
That
Paris,
ends his journey.
Yeah, it's over. I mean, we're seeing athletes go through the full spectrum of emotions today.
The amount of frustration, I can't even believe.
Who'd have known that lifting the barbell could provide so many different emotions, from Rizki making the 164 to Rahimov missing 184.
It's incredible.
Okay, Mosquera 185, 5 kilo jump. This puts him at 335 kilos.
Power cleaned 180 almost. Yeah, very strong. He's going to move that wide grip. Goes right into it. Beautiful. Clean
I don't think anyone expected that to look so easy.
That was a strong clean and jerk from...
I mean, what's he going to go for? I mean, I guess he's thinking, okay, I'm probably safe. I'm in 8th, but maybe I'd like to just defend that a little bit better in case we see something crazy happen. Although, actually,
I just couldn't see anyone
with Rahimov out
pushing him out
and Mirko out, he can't be dislodged. He's safe. He is safe for the Olympics. This is the only current threat to anyone. It's Mayura, because he's 12th in the world. He's the only person who can dislodge someone.
Yeah, this is a 2 kilo jump, so he opened very close to this. He opened 83, jumps to 85. You know, I guess the strategy there is that he doesn't want to feel any different.
This absolutely 100% guarantees him an Olympic spot.
336 total.
Yeah.
Moving to the 10th. Brilliant clean.
There we go. Oh, it's unbelievable.
He smiled. He knew it before everyone else.
Julia Mayura is going to Paris, and his teammates are just so happy. You can see Kedemar Vayanir there, who actually, after his first attempt, Kedemar ran into the back room, yelled "Vamos," pointed to his head as if to say, "It's all in your head."
Wow.
And then left, and he comes out and he hits it. You couldn't get a better teammate than Kedemar Vayanir. So Mayura is going to the Olympics, and Mirko Zani is 100% not.
Wow.
Because Mirko Zani's in 12th now.
You have to make lifts. You just have to make them. It's too competitive. There's too many athletes in this class. The talent has concentrated so heavily here.
Okay, let's see. What can he do? I mean, if he can just sharpen a few things up, he could get this. It won't be enough. No, I think he's going to struggle here.
That's not going to happen.
I mean, he's mentally tough making these, these attempts.
I mean, just going under the bar when he's just hesitating and pulling, even in training hall.
So what does he do? Because this is a situation we've spoken about before. He's only here to beat Ozbek. So does he now just load up what he needs?
I mean, that would be an unsafe thing to do at this point.
He needs 337.
He would have to do
91.
91. I mean, he's not even cleaning 85.
He's probably got 15 minutes if he wants to just
start over.
And
go back to 150 and come back up.
Although, while he waits, in the meantime, Ozbek is going to increase the total even more.
Ozbek is just dismantling any hopes Gench had. 3 for 3 in the snatch. And he's a 190 clean and jerker.
This increases it.
Yeah.
Just on this opener, Ozbek's going to go up.
This probably ends Gench's attempts, really.
Yeah. This will be 338. This actually moves him ahead of Mosquera. Moves him up into 8th from 9th.
This is 4 kilos off his best clean and jerk.
And if anyone was ever built to clean and jerk, it was him.
For sure. Without a doubt, a beautiful clean. Right to the jerk. Oh,
he's too good right now.
He's in great shape today.
He's too good right now. That's got to be the nail in the coffin. Surely Yusuf Gench can't.
186, please.
Yeah, I mean, Gench isn't even making the clean at 85. I can't imagine he would try anything.
He's got 86 written in now. His clock started.
86, even if successful, wouldn't do anything for him in the ranking list.
Honestly, I marvel at the mental strength that Gench has to potentially walk out right now.
Yeah, step on the platform
and try that. He came here only... Oh, he's gone up.
And a change, 187.
Gench has gone up to 190. He might just go for it.
I think that 190 might just be a symbolic attempt here.
He'd need 193.
Yeah, I mean, that's... And before that even happens, we know that Ozbek is probably going to do at least 190.
Yeah.
Miyamoto 187 now.
Oh, it's just brutal. You watch athletes as their dreams just fall away from them.
This man here made one of the most incredible snatches. That 158 on his third was an unexpected lift, and he crushed it.
This is a big lift for him. 4 kilos shy of his best. He's up. Oh,
Beautiful jerk, too. Look at that. He is happy.
Oh, he's happy.
He is.
Max, we've not even seen Bak Juyo. We've not seen Lee Sang.
No, they're holding off. They're waiting.
Now 187.
The two of them are probably playing a game here of who's going to open bigger.
If you're Ozbek, what do you do? What would you do?
You do 190.
Do you do 190 or do you just do 88 and just make it even?
You could do anything you want at this point. I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, he could go 89. 89 would be beautiful. He could take a third attempt over 190, get a personal record, 6 for 6 day.
Yeah. Okay, this is the final attempt now for Ritva Suharovs. This would be the best performance of his life.
Yeah, this is
6
a
for
huge
6, 344 it will give him.
You know, he's done more in a bigger weight class.
In a bigger weight class,
yeah. So he is one of the most experienced lifters. Maybe the most experienced here.
He's the most. He's not won as much as someone like Shi Zhiyong, but he has competed more.
Yeah, I mean, just
for longer.
He's a true weightlifter through and through. I mean, technician, strong, been up and down weight classes, does whatever it takes to make lifts.
10 seconds. 5.
So good on that clean. He's up.
Yeah, he lets it go.
He knew there wasn't any more in there. Yeah, he gets the most out of himself. I think that was,
a spectacular day.
That's what he had.
Really. You know what? He's going to save that one for the Olympics.
Yeah. Yeah, still a brilliant day for him.
Yeah, 5 for 6.
I mean, if there ever was a beautiful technique in the clean, he has it. Look at that.
It's just his leg strength. You can see he stays so well in the quads as he stands up. He keeps the knees forward and the vertical torso.
And nothing gives.
Nothing gives. You almost wonder if if he could give a bit and maybe get up.
I don't think he even knows how to do anything incorrectly. You can't get into a weird position.
Yeah, when you've been coached by Andruskovic since you were about 3 years old, I don't think you can do anything that isn't perfect.
All right, Miyamoto now. Well, no, they've got the wrong athlete there. Mascara coming out, 188.
Third attempt now for Colombia's Luis Mascara.
So this for a 338 kilo total. You know, it doesn't change his positions. No. It keeps him at 8, but it will be a personal best in this weight class.
Yeah, it's a lot of good calls to 1 kilo more than he just did.
It's got to feel good if he makes it. See, he gets to a position where he can't squat as deep as the others.
No.
And if he's forced into the full depth,
he
struggles. He has to basically catch this right on parallel.
Yeah, the downside, he gets no rebound almost out of the hole.
Watch this catch position.
Oh,
there we go.
That was great.
Relax. Oh.
Yeah, just wasn't there.
But he's going to the Olympics. Oh, gosh, every lift, something is happening. All right, we need to look at the top lifters. So Rahmat's put in 193. Wirafon 190. Wirafon, I haven't even. Bak Juyo 191. Shi Zhiyong 193. Lee Sang 190. Rizki 190. And right now, Mayura, who just earned his ticket to the Olympics,
he's going up
to move up. He's going to try and move ahead of Mosquera, be the #1 Pan American in the category.
Oh,
there we
beautiful
go.
Plane, so deep.
Oh, he's done it.
A little shaky, but he's got it.
Oh, he's had the day that he was dreaming about for the last 18 months.
Look at that.
Venezuela, I mean, they just got a 49 in, they got a 59 in, now they got a 73. Kaidamar's going at 89. You know, they have a very small team, but it's a strong team.
Yeah, they've fielded some incredible individuals.
Yeah.
Yep, there's Ozbek, 189, the right call.
Kedemar is dancing. He's just looking over at us. He's happy. Okay, Mohamed Ozbek now, 189.
This is the smart call. This is the smartest call he could make.
Yeah. This,
I mean, Gench.
this moves him ahead of Shi Zhiyong.
Wow.
And Park Ji-young. This puts him at 6th.
That's surprising, surprising statement. I wouldn't have thought Mohamed Ozbek was going to be ahead of Shi Zhiyong on the list.
Well, for now.
Any time. Yeah, you'll see.
You know, the moment Shi Zhiyong opens, he moves ahead.
It's a kilo under his best clean and jerk. Beautiful clean again. Oh, he just rushes into the jerk. He does that sometimes. Oh.
You know, because so much of Gench's problem is in his head right now, the only thing I can imagine is that he sees Ozbek start to miss and he just thinks, oh my word, I can hit 193, a weight I've hit in training, and I can go to the Olympics.
He would have to have an out-of-body experience to, to get to that point, but I mean, it's possible. Could Gench come out for 191? 193?
He would need...
I mean, that's...
What's Ozbek on? 338. So he needs 339. He needs 192.
That would
right?
be extraordinary.
Yeah, he needs 193. He needs 193.
193 for Gench would be just... That's like a 214 from Rahimov. He's going to come right back out for 189. Smart. That's really smart.
Yeah. And this is...
There'd be no way for Gench to try anything.
Surely not.
If Ozbek makes this. If he misses, 193 may go on the bar. The probability of Gench even going under it, though, is low. He's really going to hammer home his position here with this lift.
And less than 2 minutes after missing the jerk, he's about to pull it again. He really isn't taking much rest. It's a good clean.
Yeah.
Re-rack. Oh, there we
that's
go.
It.
Mohamed Ozbek, 189. It's a personal best in the total. It's
Huge.
a 341 kilo total. He moves ahead of Shi Zhiyong. He moves ahead of Park Ji-young. And probably, almost certainly, unless Gench gets a miracle, he's going to the Olympics.
I mean, that is an extraordinary performance for Ozbek. Barely missed that on his second, and then absolutely crushes it on his third. 5 for 6. Miyamoto now taking 190 as well. Let's see if he stays.
Genç now the athlete at 190. Yusuf Genç, Turkey, third attempt.
I mean, why is he even taking this 190? You know, maybe it's just a personal thing here. I mean, his Olympic.
It's the total that gets you into the top 10.
Yeah, but
and so if something happens,
that's true,
to Ozbek and Ozbek gets injured,
right,
in the next few months, Gench could go if he's 10th.
Yeah. Oh, he's out of changes.
Yeah.
He has to take this.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, the point still stands, I suppose.
Yeah, he's had a rough go of it the last few meets.
I'd be stunned. 4 kilo personal best.
Yeah, that was.
Wow.
I mean, he's a fighter, but.
Well, he entered this quad as a 67, and he was one of the top in that category. He moved up to 73, and he just wasn't able to maintain his form. Ozbek to the Olympics. Gench will have to fight another day.
So Shi has gone down to 191 now.
But we talk about going down. I mean,
well, he's dropped it by 2 kilos from his 193.
I mean,
this is the question. This is the lift that I think will define for us what shape Shi Zhiyong is in here. I mean, he snatched well at 165.
This is his heaviest opener ever.
This is massive. If he makes this, this is huge.
Yeah, this is huge.
If he makes this, he may be the biggest troll.
Well, this would put him to number 2 in the world.
This is huge. 191 for Shi Zhiyong, opening attempt.
Okay.
Stabilizes it. He's done it.
Unbelievable.
This is the Shi Zhiyong of the old.
You know, he might not be a 205 clean and jerker like we think Rahmat might be today, but Shi Zhiyong has just moved himself into second, which is important because on Saturday, when Carlos Nassar moves ahead of Li Dayin, and Li Dayin is in second, then China's going to decide who is more likely to get the silver.
Place. Yeah.
And why not give Shi Zhiyong the opportunity to get a 3-time medal at the Olympics?
That's a very good point, because I don't think anyone expects Carlos Nassar to lose.
Yeah. I also believe that it's possible that Yasin Lopez moves ahead of Li Dayin, or at least beats him on that day.
That's also possible. Well, here's Rizki at 192 now.
I'm stunned that he made it. I don't know if he can make more.
I'm not sure if I've seen an athlete put as much emotion into a lift as I just saw with Shi.
So Rizki, if he can clean and jerk 200 today, he will move ahead of Rahmat, unless Rahmat makes more. Rahmat will need 205.
He's up quickly with that.
Okay, he rushes into it, but he makes the lift. There are a few kilos to spare.
Wow, this is heating up.
Rizki Juniansyah is in the shape of his life. You know, when he competed at the Asian Championships, I actually bumped into him in the sauna of all places, and he said, I've been training for 2 weeks, but I've been off for 5 months. That's what he said.
Wow.
And he hit a 195 clean and jerk. He's just had another 6 weeks to train. So I'm not surprised that he's in this kind of shape. Okay, Bak Ju-yo. What does this mean for him? 342.
Well,
this increases his total by a kilo, his best total, by 2 kilos.
It holds off Lee Sang, or it pushes Lee Sang a bit more.
Yeah. This is likely to seal his Olympic spot. Lee Sang would need something truly absurd.
Seven seconds left.
It's the best we've seen him look at this weight.
He's left a little forward. He's
under it.
Stabilized. He's gotten the down signal.
He holds it. 3 white lights. Unbelievable.
That was extraordinary. That seemed to be an incredibly early down signal.
Yeah, and he was still moving, but they gave him the 3 whites.
I thought that was...
You thought it was going to be overturned.
I thought it was an overturn. I thought it was 2 reds, but I thought that's why he got the down signal. But
342.
Fantastic.
What did Lee Sang snatch? 148. Lee Sang would need 195.
Oh my gosh.
His best is 182. Oh, and I forgot about Wachuma.
Oh.
This is much better than the Olympics.
Yeah, this is...
There's no way these athletes will open this heavy at the Olympics.
No.
There's
it's
no
just
way.
not nearly as competitive.
This is the best you're ever going to see it. He told me he wanted 200 today.
Well, if he makes this easily, he's set himself up for it. Falls back a little bit.
Watch out.
Oh, no. Oh, that was very scary.
Got his elbow out the way.
He was on his heels and he tried to get up.
He almost, yeah.
Fell over.
Well, we spoke about in the last session about one of the only injuries you see in weightlifting is when the elbow touches the knee and the forearm is vertical, and you could do some damage there, and we almost saw it, and he just escaped.
It was a sketchy opening attempt. All right, Miyamoto now 192.
I can't believe how good his opening attempt looked. This would put him at 360.
Yeah, this is a big
no,
lift.
no, 350, 350. Is that true? That would put him at 350.
Yeah, this is huge.
That would put him at number 2, although Shi Zhiyong just moved into 2nd. That puts him at number 3 in the world. Almost everyone's been bumped down.
He'd move up above Balzadar Andreev.
And Wachuma. Here we go. Just.
Oh, he sticks it.
Just perfection from Masanori Miyamoto.
The contrast between that clean and that jerk. I mean, he is on fire today.
192, please.
So, a reminder again, the total to beat is 363 kilos. That's what Rizki has to beat today.
Yeah.
If he clean and jerks 200, which he's put in for his second attempt, of course he has. He has to. Then he can do it.
If Rizki makes that 200 in a second, he is in a very advantageous position because Rahmat would have to start making more lifts.
Rahmat would have to make 205.
I mean, both of those are possible.
Which would be a world record clean and jerk and total.
Oh, wow. I mean, it is. It's exactly what you said at the beginning.
It's the best session ever.
Yeah, it is the best session ever, but the competition here is out of this world right now.
Here comes Wachuma.
You know, he just cut it off balance. He has the strength for this lift. If he lands better, if he lands mid-foot in the clean. Back a little bit, but it's better.
He does have a good jerk, but is it enough after that?
Oh, he's there. He's got to fight.
No, he can't. He's got one more.
He still has another shot. But at this point, 200 is probably out of the picture.
Yeah. So, crazy thought for you if you want to hear it. Shi Zhiyong makes a 195. That puts him at 360. He then goes for 199. It's a kilo personal best, and it makes him number 1 in the world.
I mean, that
it's a crazy theory, but it's plausible. We would then see Rahmat Rizki would then do 200.
Oh my gosh, I didn't expect Shi to be in the shape he was in on the clean and jerk. That 191, I mean, the amount of energy and emotion he put into that lift, if he can bring that 2 more times, does he have the strength for a number like 199?
I mean, he might have done enough already.
Yeah, I mean, I
to
could
go
see
to the
that
Olympics.
as well.
He's the world number 2. He's gone from 7th to 2nd in the world. If Jason Lopez, as well as Carlos Nassar, can move ahead of Lee Dain on Saturday, Shi Zhiyong goes.
Yeah, it's very likely.
But then, I mean, what if Tian Tao did snatch 170, clean and jerk 210 in training? What if he does it? You just don't know. No one knows.
Oh yeah, I mean, it puts into perspective that this is a competition, not even just weight class.
No.
The athletes in your weight class. It's a competition between every single athlete almost on the planet.
Yeah, it is.
Wachuma now.
Representing Thailand.
He's used 2 attempts. He's missed both of them. He wants to make this in front of his home country. 193. He's been catching the clean off balance. That's been causing him trouble on the way up.
He needs a smoother clean here. He's made 2 kilos more than this. 5 seconds. No, wow,
Too
we're
much.
upon with Chuma.
Too much on the
You
day.
know, the best Thai athlete on the men's side, and he just can't put up a total. We didn't expect it from him.
Yeah, that was not what I would have predicted going into this session.
Rahmat's just bumped his opener to 195.
That makes sense.
Which you have to imagine that when he hits it, he'll just jump to 205.
I think so, yeah. I think he's going to go 195, 205.
Because
wow.
200 is irrelevant. 200
Yeah.
is so irrelevant to him.
But at this point, it's only
not enough.
only Olympics that matters to any of these athletes here.
Lee Sang's opening at 195.
He's just going to go for it.
His best is 192. He told us in training he'd made 194. Sorry, 182 in competition. 194 in training. He has just gained 6 kilos of body weight.
Yeah.
So he's strong, stronger than he's ever been. I mean, this guy just back squatted 250 for 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's not his legs or his clean. It's always the jerk for him.
Do you know that no other athlete in this category can do that?
Yeah,
250 triple? No way.
I wouldn't.
And he could have done it for 5. I think he posted a video the other day. Did he do 210 for 10? Something like that?
Oh, wow, yeah. He's done some huge deadlifts as well, too.
Yeah.
Really heavy pulls. But what can he jerk? 195.
Yeah, I mean, that's the question.
I mean,
he's not a powerlifter. He'd be a good one.
Yeah.
But he's got to put it overhead.
I mean, this potentially gets him a spot.
If he jerks it, he moves ahead of Park Ju-yo.
You know, it looks like that every time. He locks out, he gets pushed down, then he can't fight with it.
But the benefit of his strength is that he can recover quickly and come back out. It's Rahmat. It's the world #1. It's the world record holder.
195 now.
He hit 200 kilos in the training hall, which is the most impressive clean and jerk we've ever seen in a training hall, and it might be the most impressive clean and jerk. Actually, it's up there with Carlos's 220. I don't know who's more impressive there. I think he is. I think the 200 in the training hall is. So the world #1 is under threat in a way we could never have imagined. 4 kilos down in the snatch behind Rizki, 5 behind Shi.
You know, he is one of the best clean and jerkers ever. You just can't not factor that in.
If he makes this, he's not even ahead.
Oh, that's easy.
Perfect. He's too.
And he's so.
We might have been getting carried away. He might be able to go and make 215 if he wants it today. 205 might be no problem.
I mean, that lift, the demeanor of that lift looked like he was.
There's nothing behind the eyes.
Late for lunch, and he had to get it done on his way to the food court. Wow, Shi Zhiyong now 195.
This is just tremendous.
Is this? Did you predict this? Is this the attempts he's going to take?
I said 95.99, Max.
Yeah.
95.99. If he hits this, he hits 360. The best he ever did was 364.
Yeah, I mean, this is a monstrous attempt. 195. Shi Zhiyong.
You know, you just can't ever count out a man who's won the Olympics twice.
Oh, powerful clean.
It's just as good as his opener. He just didn't get enough under it to push up and slow it down.
He was in not the best position there. It's hard to tell. Is he hurt afterward, or is he just...
No, he's always hurt, and that's the thing. We see him clean 60 kilos in the training hall, and he hobbles away. He just is a man riddled with injury and pain.
I mean, he just has an iron will.
Okay, surely if Park Ju-yo makes this,
this puts
it out of reach.
Massive roadblock for Lee Sang.
This puts him at 345.
195. He's burning that clock down, 6 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, straight up with it.
It's a personal best. And you know, I think he's gone and done it.
There it is.
Park Ju-yo is surely the best South Korean weightlifter in the world.
He has
on the men's side, I should say, I should add.
Yeah.
195, please.
Wow.
So that's a 4 kilo personal best.
Republic of Korea, second attempt.
He's pushed that total so high. For Lee to come out and make a lift to get himself onto the Olympic team would be a heroic attempt that
He moves up.
I don't think any of us have ever seen.
He needs 198 and he's going to go for it.
He's so big.
Can we just...
He could clean it, but...
Well, we've got to just remind everybody, at the last Olympics, 198 was the world record by Shi Zhiyong. We now have the 10 most exciting attempts you're ever going to see in a competition, one after the other, all at a weight you could just not imagine a few years ago. And we kick things off with Shi Zhiyong.
If we have 9 more attempts here.
It's possible.
196
it's possible this is the last time we ever see Shi Zhiyong on a platform at a competition. If he makes this lift, however, that feels unlikely. It's hard to explain how much is on the line with this lift.
This may be the most significant lift of his career.
He's just up with it.
It's just too much.
He can't do it. Only time will tell. He is the world number 2. He might be going to the Olympics. We just don't know. He takes a moment because he doesn't know. He doesn't know if this is the last time he's going to be on an international platform.
I'm not sure if anyone knows.
He has to take a moment. That could be it. That could be it for Shi Zhiyong. What a career we've seen from that man. An absolute honor to be involved in weightlifting at the same time as him. Just entered the sport at a senior level with a world championship title to himself in 2015. And he went on to win, I think, 8, 9 straight gold medals across world championships and Olympic games. And he comes back and puts on a heroic attempt. Makes 165 kilos.
Yeah.
We just don't know.
Fighting through injury and pain like no one else.
Okay, Lee Sang 198. This will raise the roof if he makes it. This to move ahead of Park Ju-yo.
Moved up a weight class. Incredible physical strength.
I bet he can clean it. Oh, not quite. Not quite. He's got the pull. He's got the legs. He's got to put them together.
You know, it's a balance thing.
It's the balance.
Tons of horsepower. He just needs to correct it. These weights are gigantic right now. 198 kilograms, and we have 5 attempts.
Masanori and Park Ju-yo still have attempts, and then we're going to see. Why is Rizki put in 201? Because he wants the world record total. Surely he should just go for the 200. He doesn't need 201. He needs 200 to become number 1 in the world. 201
number.
is a world record total. Maybe he just thinks to himself,
why not just tack that on?
It's 0.5%. Let's just put it on, and it's 2 birds, 1 stone. I never thought I'd see anything like this. I knew that this session was going to live up to the hype, but I didn't know it would surpass it so much.
Yeah, this is extraordinary.
Representing the Republic of Korea, Lee Sang-yoon.
I mean, this lift is so huge. 198 kilos.
Oh, just spat out. Lee Sang will not go to the Olympics, but Park Joo-yo will. Will Joo-yo take his third attempt even? I bet he will.
Yeah, 199.
So Rahmat and Rizki, they've had a lot of time to wait around in the back room. Rahmat dropped back down to 160. He's taken it 3 times since he came out for that 195 opener. Rizki dropped down and has hit 180 kilos. And now Park Joo-yo goes for a lift that 3 years ago was a world record.
Yeah, I mean, this is massive.
2 years ago, in fact. Prior to today, his best lift in competition was 191. He told us that the most he's made this year in training is 190. This is 199.
Can he recover from that clean? Can he rack it? Can he get up and give himself a shot at the jerk? Burns the clock. Oh, it's a tough pull. He's up.
This is just staggering. He can't hold on, but he doesn't need to.
He rushed into that.
He's going to the Olympics.
Yeah, he can't be disappointed in that day, though. Still phenomenal lifting from Park Joo-yo.
It's a world record attempt coming up now in the total. If Rizki Juniansyah makes this, not only does he become the #1 weightlifter in the world, he becomes the best 73 that ever lived in a single performance. Nobody has put 2 lifts of such magnitude together before, not even Shi Zhiyong.
Monstrous.
365. It's a 9-kilo jump. It's a 6-kilo international record.
Rizki coming off of an appendix surgery. Hadn't trained. I mean,
I'm so speechless.
The performance he's put on here, 201 kilos. Let's see what happens.
Here we go, 201 kilos for Rizki Juniansyah. For the best total of any 73 ever. This could be his ticket to the Olympics.
It's a heavy clean, but
he's got up with it.
He's making the jerk. He's got to fight, though.
Word. Rizki Juniansyah, if he can stand still, has just
done it.
set the world record and become the world #1 ahead of Rahmat Abdullah, who has 2 attempts remaining.
That's one of the most incredible performances we've ever seen. World record total on his 2nd attempt. He is now the #1 73 in the world.
I cannot believe what I've just seen.
1 attempt remaining for him at 202.
Rahmat Abdullah is going to have to go to 206. Is it 206? 206. Rahmat is forced to take a 2-kilo world record attempt in the clean and jerk. Today is the day we find out what Rahmat can actually clean and jerk. This is poised to be the biggest upset in what?
So
weightlifting for the last, I don't know how many decades.
I mean, this is incredible. The depth of talent in this. To see Rizki pass Rahmat like that with 1 more attempt left.
And just the tragedy that only one of these 2 extraordinary men can go to the Olympics.
If you're from Indonesia, you have to set a world record to do it.
Rizki's coming out for 203.
Yeah, well, I think it's the right move.
Yeah, this would force an incredible
It forces 208
for Abdullah.
I just don't think he can do it.
It's been less than 2 minutes. I mean, for him to come back out, he just broke the world record.
Yeah.
Total. For him to come out for 203 to further that record
would just be unbelievable.
.203 to increase the total world record that he just broke not more than 2 minutes earlier. This is a heroic attempt right now.
Weightlifting does not get better than this. This is 1 kilo over the current clean and jerk world record and the best performance of any 73 ever.
Pulls heavy.
No, you could
It's
see
just
it.
too much.
You could see it right off the floor. He wasn't going to be able to do it.
So,
but he's going to take a moment
as it
because
stands,
he has made history.
Rizki has put himself into an incredible position. He just broke the world record total. He's moved ahead of his countryman, Rahmat Abdullah. But can that hold? What can Rahmat clean and jerk?
I mean,
206 is going on the bar.
Right now, Rizki's going to the Olympics unless Rahmat makes a 206 kilo clean and jerk. Okay, here he comes.
He is stone-faced.
Here he comes.
1 minute clock begins.
We saw him make 200 kilos in the training hall just under a week ago, and it looked unbelievable. There's no greater clean and jerker in the world than this man right here. But are these odds, I mean, are they too much, or can he make it? This will be the most amazing lift we've seen in a generation if Rahmat Abdullah can make 206 kilos and solidify his spot at the Olympics and set a new world record.
Oh, he's up with the clean. Right into the jerk.
He can't make it.
It's forward.
He's missed
forward.
it. He's got 2 minutes.
He is in a very tough spot right now.
He has 2 minutes to do it. He's going to sit there. He doesn't need to go anywhere else. He's not wasting any energy. I've never seen this before. An athlete just sitting on the platform.
The weight of what is about to happen cannot be lost on those watching. This is extraordinary. 206. He would have to break the world record total to get himself back ahead of his teammate. Rizki put on one of the greatest performances we've ever seen. 164, 201.
He's got 1:40. The relationship that he has.
I mean, he's standing right up.
He's standing up. What is he doing?
206. He's not even wasting
What's he
any
doing?
time.
He's got 1.5 minutes. What's he doing?
He takes no time to come back.
This is the. This has never happened.
This is extraordinary.
This for the Olympics.
Oh, it's a tough clean. He's on his toes. It's slipping. It's falling. Can he stabilize?
He can't do it.
This is brutal.
Surely.
I think he knows. Oh, that was painful to watch.
It's the biggest upset
That was
in weightlifting history.
unbelievable.
Rahmat Abdullah, the greatest in the world right now, is no longer. Rizki Juniansyah is going to the Olympics, and
he went right to that lift. He took it. He cleaned it. You saw him standing
why
there
did
with
he
that
wait
bar,
for 30 seconds?
standing with that bar on his shoulders, and we saw. You can see it in his eyes.
He had 1.5 minutes.
He knew he had made a mistake,
I don't understand.
but not
why,
until
Why did his
seen-
dad let him go out?
I have
He's just locked. Oh,
never seen an attempt like that.
I've never seen anything like that in this sport.
At this level,
The
I mean, that
greatest
is
session I've
extraordinary.
ever seen in my life. I cannot believe that Rahmat is not going to the Olympics.
He was bested by Rizki in one of the most incredible battles we've ever seen. 164 snatch, 201 clean and jerk. Rahmat misses 206. Not more than a minute goes by.
Not a minute.
35 seconds at most. He comes back on stage, makes
why
a
did he do
brutal clean onto his toes, stands there shaking, rebends the knees. You can see the life leaving his eyes. You can see the confidence leaving, and misses the
it was
jerk.
almost as though he knew, if I don't miss this, I'm not going. The moment I attempt this jerk and miss it, it's over. And he just stood there and held it.
I can't even. I've never seen.
I don't know what to make of
anything like that before in my
I
life.
just don't know what to make of it.
Wow.
Rizki Juniansyah is the world #1 and world record holder. No 73 has ever performed as well as him. 164, 201, 365 total. Silver to Shi Zhiyong, 356. A 165 snatch, a 191 clean and jerk. He might be going to the Olympics. And Rahmat Abdullah, who has set world record after world record, is cruelly, because of the new rules of this sport, not going to the Olympic Games, despite, I mean, being the most consistently amazing athlete. I just feel devastated for him.